Hey everyone, it's officially Loomed here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a hook grip. Alright, that's what it looks like. It's not going to be this large. It's going to be like this size, exactly this size, but it's just not going to be like oversized like this one. You can fit this like all over the thing, but it's going to look like this, alright, except it's actually gonna not be too big like that. Alright, so there is a, I'll get it right now. Alright, where is it? I don't know. Well, if I find it, I'll show you. Oh, here it is, alright. So I actually have it on a pencil already, but basically it's a pencil grip, and this was made by the Parenting channel, I believe. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, something like that. But it's a pencil grip, but you actually have to tie it and all that, and it's actually a lot thinner or tighter. This is actually loose, and it's more fishtails, I think. The other one was 5. I think this is around like 6 or 5. I'm not sure. This is basically just like a big. It's like a big hexafish, kind of. So yeah, that's basically it. So let's get started. You want to make sure you have a loom. You want to make sure that you turn your loom around and your arrows are pointing towards you. I'm going to be using 3 colors. And since this is my example hook, I'm just going to use this one since I can actually work with it. I'm going to be using 3 colors: aqua, red, and orange. Alright, so I'm going to get started. You're going to start by placing your first hexagon. We're going to work with hexagons. So I'm going to start right here. You're going to go across. Across again. And up. And go up. Go across and go across. Alright, and don't worry if you don't know the size of your hook or like how much you want it to be, because the good thing about this is it actually tells you when you're finished. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but it actually does tell you when you're finished. So well, I'll show you guys how to know when you're finished or not. You don't really need to know the size. I mean, how many rubber bands you need. It's just basically the loom tells you. So I made another hexagon with my next color, and I'm going to start putting this over my red rubber bands. So let me try to explain this as best as I can. You're going to basically just, alright, how do I explain this? You're gonna, okay, so there's 2 rubber bands right here. You're gonna pull both of them over this peg and let go. Then you go here, there's 2 rubber bands. Alright, pull them over. Over here, there's 2 rubber bands. Oops. And you want to make sure you grab the right color. So just grab the bottom 2 basically and pull it over. Grab these bottom 2 over. Grab these bottom 2. Pull it over, and then over here over here. This is the kind of hard part on this last peg. You want to just get those two. So you can just go from here kind of. And grab from inside. Grab this one. Go over. Alright. That's what it should look like. And then we're just going to put another one on. So I'm going to put my next color on. Oops. So my next color is orange. So I'm going to put my hexagon on. It doesn't matter which order, like how you put your hexagon on. It just matters that you actually have your hexagon on the loom. So you can put this in any order you want. Alright. And now, just like last time, I'm going to bring my pegs, I'm going to bring these over. So I'm going to go over here, pull them over, over here, pull it over here, pull the two over here, pull the two over here, pull the two over, and over here, pull the two over. It's easier right here. Alright, so it should kind of look like a star. And we're just going to keep placing our hexagon on. Alright, and just like last time, pull this over, those two. Pull that over. And now we're going to pull these two over. Alright. Then these two, these two, these two, and lastly these two. Alright. So I'm just going to do this a few more times, and then I'll just start fast forwarding, and you can just follow along, or you can just pause the video and you can, well, actually, instead of pausing the video when I fast forward, I suggest you actually look through when I fast forward, and then pause the video and get to where I am. Because once I get back from fast forwarding, I'm gonna explain everything to you, and it'll all be clear. So you really wanna be there when I explain this to you, because if you aren't, then this isn't gonna work out for you, or you're gonna make it too big or too small. Now I'm on red, so my next one is blue. Wait, is this red? This is red. Red. My pattern is being messed up. Alright, I guess red. Or was it red, orange, blue? I don't even know anymore. I think it was red, orange, blue. Yep. Yeah, I think it was. Alright. So now I'm doing orange. No, it wasn't. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just gonna do blue, whatever. It's okay to have a little imperfection in your color pattern. Well, actually, if you do have an imperfection in your color pattern for this, it actually will be noticeable, so don't try to make the imperfection like too big, because yeah, it's just gonna you'll notice it. So hopefully you get the pattern by now. And you see it's kind of like filling up. It's getting congested. That's what we want, all right? And that's why I said to stick around for when I fast forward, because I'll explain why it's good to have this congested when I finish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward right now. Remember, please watch through the video, and then once I start speaking and giving directions again, you can just pause the video and get to where I am. And then it'll hopefully be very easy for you. Sorry. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna fast forward. Alright, so I'm not finished yet, but I think I can do the rest with you guys. So orange, blue. So basically, as you can tell, it is getting progressively harder to put your bands on. It might be annoying, but it should be progressively harder, because as you can see, it's kind of congesting, and it's like making a mountain of these rubber bands. But that's how we're going to determine when to stop putting these bands on. Like at the point when it actually starts bending your bands, you'll understand what I mean by that later. But when it starts doing that, that's when you really want to stop making it, and you want to just finish it. So see right here, it's kind of bending my band. You don't want them to go over your band. So you can see right here, this is an example. It's kind of starting to bend my band in a little bit so it can get space. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going until I can't anymore. See, it's bending. So we just want to do this a little bit more. I mean, really, you can't get like a perfect, you can't get the perfect perfect size on this. Try to make this as long as you want, like as long as possible. Okay. Unless you're trying to make a bracelet out of this and you want to make an extension. But see, oops, this is cotton something. I don't know what this is cotton. Oh. Alright, but as you can see, like you can actually make this into a bracelet kind of. But I think it's better just using it as a grip. And unlike the parenting channels' grip, you have to it's kind of hard to actually get the thing on, honestly. This one just comfortably goes on your hook. Alright, so I'm just going to finish with my blue, and I can show you how we're going to finish it. Alright, so this is going to be like the hardest part. Well, I mean, putting this last hexagon on. The finishing part is actually pretty simple, straightforward. Okay. Oh, wrong hook. And by the way, alright, doesn't matter. I forgot to take the red rubber bands off this peg, but that's fine. It's okay. So, by the way, as I was saying, the only reason I'm not using this hook right now is because it's just an example hook right now, so just so you can see what it looks like throughout the video. Alright. And there we go. So at this point, it's kind of like impossible to put more bands on, so that's why I'm stopping. And now we can finish it since it's the size that we want it to be. So like once you can't put any more bands on, that means that you have to finish, and it perfectly fits the hook. So what we're gonna do now, this is gonna kind of be hard to show you. Oh, you're not gonna need a C-clip. I don't know why I had a C-clip up there, but it's gonna kind of be tough to show you. What we're gonna do is we're going to loom these. So I'm just gonna try to do this as best as I can. So basically, we're first gonna go in here, and we want to make sure none of our, ooh, that almost broke. Okay. Never liked the sound of that. So I'm just gonna try to get mine even. You want to make sure that none of your rubber bands are actually overlapping at this point. If they are, then just get them even. Alright, so mine are even. So this one should be over here. Okay, now they're totally even, okay? So we're going to pull this one over the hook, alright? And then pull that. Then we're going to put this over here, alright? And now we're going to get this one, do the same thing. So I'm going to pull this one over. Nope. You really want to make sure that these aren't overlapped. So I'm going to pull this one over. Alright. And you just want to make sure that it's pulling on this one. So that's how you know that they're not that's how you know that they're not overlapped. Because if they are overlapped, then it'll fall apart. It's just like nothing else, so just fall apart. So I'm going to pull this one over. Alright. Now we're just making slip knots right now. You want to be careful with these. Even though they won't, if they let go, they won't fall apart, but you still want to be careful with them. So I'm going to make a slip knot here. Pull this one over. And we're just pulling the one closest to the thick part of the hook over each time. And I'm trying to like stretch these rubber bands out so they don't fall off the pegs, since they are kind of loose on the pegs. So I'm going to pull this one over. Oops. This one over. Right? Oops. Alright. So like I said, you want to make sure that they're not overlapped. Alright, pulling this one over. Doesn't look right. Alright. It might take a while to get, but that's okay. Alright, I got this one. And lastly, this one over here. Oops. It's kind of tough recording this at the same time. Alright, and then we can just put this here. And now we're gonna basically just, alright, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna loom this one with this one and go like, oops. So we're just gonna put that over. And this is basically all just like putting stuff over stuff. Alright. Put that over. If it's kind of loose, you can just put it back on here. I'm going to do that actually. So this is kind of a long process, but you'll get it. Alright, put that over. And I'm going to loom this onto this one. You can pick whatever one you want, doesn't matter. And put that over. And now you have your last two. You can just pull that over. And now since we have our last two and we took this off the loom, we're going to put this one, oops. We're going to put this one over that one. And there we go. Alright, and this one is like inside, so I'm just going to go like that. And that should happen. Alright. And that's the grip. So I can just put this onto my hook. Just put it in there. And it should pop through. And see, it's actually like the perfect size right now. Like, I don't understand why, but it just does. And, oops, these two fell off. So you can just loom those with your finger or something like that. And I'm just going to stretch these over. Alright, and now you have your grip, alright? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Have fun with your grips. If you liked this tutorial, then you might want to check out some of my other videos. I have lots of other bracelet and charm tutorials. This is my first time making a grip. And yeah, alright, so hopefully you'll subscribe. If you do subscribe, then you will be notified every single time I post a video. So that means you can be the first one to see my new tutorials up. And yeah, you can see all my activity and everything. And if you are a rainbow loomer, then it would, and you like my tutorials, it would really probably help you, because you can be notified whenever I post a video. So I'll see you guys later, hopefully next video, and yeah, that's about it. So see ya.